Hi, Jacqueline. I'm Abby. I am going to be interviewing you. First, I want to go over this consent form. It just talks about confidentiality, the videotaping, and the boundaries of competence. Just want to make sure that you read through this and understand it. That way we can proceed with the interview.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions here to get to know you better.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to know what your major is.
I'm majoring in pre-art therapy and psychology.
Oh, very cool. And what made you interested in art therapy and psychology?
When I was in high school, I took AP psychology, and I really liked it. And I was also in like the AP studio classes. So I was trying to think of what I wanted to do with my life. So I took art and psychology, and I made up a career and Googled art therapy, and it just happened to be real. So I decided to look for programs in art therapy, and that's
awesome. Seems like it worked out great
yeah,
for you then. Awesome. And so when do you graduate?
I graduate this spring. So I did all of my coursework in 3 years because of my AP credits that I carried over from high school.
Nice. Saving money?
Yeah, lots
awesome.
of money.
Yes.
That was the major motivation.
Yes, I get that. And so after you graduate, what are your plans?
After I graduate, I'm going to go into grad school. Right now, I've applied to 3 different schools. So I've applied to St. Francis, Adler in Chicago, and then Mount Mary in Milwaukee. And they all have kind of different programs. So where I get in will determine kind of what I want to do. But I want to be an art therapist at first for children in children's hospitals. And then I want to get my doctorate right after my master's in sports psychology and be an art therapist for athletes.
Oh, very cool. Yes, you got kind of the 5-year plan going on. Awesome.
Plan, yep.
So you said you want to, or you applied to St. Francis.
Yeah.
Is that this St. Francis?
Yeah, this St. Francis.
Yes, okay. So they have a grad program for psychology, or?
Yeah, so they have 2 programs. They have a master's of psychology, and then they have a master's of clinical mental health counseling. So I applied to the mental health counseling.
Okay.
So it's not really exactly what I want to do, but I figured it was a nice backup. And
and since you already know the campus, you know your way around, know the professors, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm assuming since you've been working in the art therapy classes, you have some experience, like an internship or anything. You want to talk about an internship you may have had?
So right now I'm at Erin's House for Grieving Children, and I'm the intern there. I just started going to the programming nights. So what I do there is I am a facilitator, so I lead the group of children with different activities, and they talk about like grief and come together in like a group for like peer support. So they do that, and then we all come together at the end and do like a comfort circle basically, and we all go around and squeeze each other's hands. So that's what I do at Erin's house. Okay. And then in a few months, I'll be going on their teen retreat, which will be interesting because I've never worked with teens. I've only worked with kids so far at St. Francis. And I'll be going there for their grief camp program. Oh. It's a weekend long, and it's just the kids without their parents. So like at the program nights at Erin's house, their parents will come. They're not in the same room, but they're still there. So there's like a comfortability factor. And then the parents actually get therapy. So maybe I'll go in one of their rooms one night. But that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. Do you like working within the grief population?
Yeah. Monday was my first night. So it was a little intimidating, but I thought it was really interesting. Like how some kids were very open about their grieving process and some were very closed off. And then just like the interactions between the kids and how like somebody being more open in the group makes another kid more open. Okay. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's good. You liked it then.
Yeah.
Awesome. Gosh. Let's see. So when you do graduate, you said you're going to go to grad school and then possibly get your doctorate.
Yeah.
So when you are in the field actually working, you got your big girl job. Got your big girl job. Do you plan on doing anything on the side? Like, do you have a hobby you like to do?
No.
No.
I have no hobbies. No.
No.
No, I mean, I've always enjoyed doing like rec sports, so hopefully I'll be able to do that again. I just had my knee
Awesome.
surgery, so I can't do anything
Yeah.
for a long time. But that's okay. Hopefully I'll be able to play in my softball league. Every summer I'm playing a softball league.
Oh, that's fun.
So hopefully I'll be able to do that
Yeah.
still again. But I mean, I guess I really want to do mission work. This spring is the first time I'm going to Haiti and out of the country for mission work. So if I I don't necessarily know if I'm going to like that, but if I do, I would enjoy doing that and just traveling
Right. Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with mission work, you're going to Haiti, so that
Mhm.
must be very exciting.
Yeah, it is very
Yeah.
exciting and kind of scary because with the political things that are going on right now,
Yeah.
there's protests and they're encouraging people to get out of Haiti, like Americans and Canadians. So it's kind of scary that thinking I'm going to be there in like
Right.
3 months.
Yeah.
Hopefully the political unrest is kind of
Yeah.
settled by then. But
Well,
Yeah.
I wish you all the best. in
Thank
Haiti.
you.
You're welcome. Let's see here. So, do you have any favorite foods?
Favorite foods? I love spinach.
Really? That's
Yeah.
an interesting favorite food.
I love to put it in like literally everything. Like if I have like a smoothie, pasta, like I just put it on everything. Sandwiches.
Nice. So I'm assuming you're pretty much a healthy eater.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
For the most part, yeah. I mean
Right.
everybody eats like crap sometimes. Yeah, I try to be very healthy.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't have like certain foods that I like love except for like sweets. Like I could eat sweets all day, but I
Right.
try not to.
Okay, so then if you had a food that you just won't touch, what would that be?
Brussels sprouts.
Oh,
I think I had those ones when I was 4 and just swore off of them for my entire life.
Yeah. I don't even know if I've ever had Brussels sprouts.
Really?
So I'll take your word for it, and I just won't ever try them.
Yeah, they just look so nasty to me. Even though they're supposed to be like broccoli,
Yeah.
I guess, kind of, in the family. I like broccoli, just not Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I also won't eat grilled pineapple because I'm allergic to it.
Grilled pineapple.
But I can eat normal pineapple.
What makes it being grilled?
Like when you cook certain like fruits
Mhm.
and vegetables, they release different chemicals, and whatever the chemical change that like happens when pineapple is cooked, I am severely allergic to
Huh.
it. Like hives, my throat closes up. Like I cannot eat it.
Wow.
Yeah. So no pineapple pizza.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Pineapple pizza sounds so good.
Yeah. Anything with cooked pineapple, like even like those desserts where they like flame torch pineapple, like that alone will make me like go into like shock.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a type of allergic.
Yeah, most
Something
people
that-
think it's funny at
Yeah.
first, and then I'm like, no, it's serious.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
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 So where are you from?
I'm from Chicago. Well, the suburbs of Chicago.
Okay. Do you enjoy Chicago?
Yeah, I love it.
You like the busy city
Yes,
type
it's the
of?
best city in the
Yeah.
country.
Oh.
No, maybe not the best, but I really like it. Yeah, there's a lot to do and there's a lot of opportunities, and I like how it's so diverse.
Mm.
So I don't feel like I'm just surrounded by people that are just like me.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you feel that when you do, after you graduate everything, you want to live in Chicago?
Chicago or Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah, Milwaukee's like a smaller version of Chicago, which I like. So, because Chicago's a little big. That's why I like the suburbs of Chicago, because it's still it's a lot bigger than here.
Right.
My suburb is a lot bigger than Fort Wayne, so it's still nice.
Right.
To,
So it must be pretty big, because I think Fort Wayne's kind of bigger,
yeah.
at least.
Well, when I came here, they said that Fort Wayne is the second largest city in Indiana. And then I got here and I was like, we're in the middle of nowhere. What are you talking about? Yeah, but my town is almost twice the size of Fort Wayne.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's quite large.
Yeah, so you like the big city feel,
Yeah.
like lots of people.
Lots of people.
Okay.
Not knowing who your neighbor is.
Oh, boy. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, thank you for letting me interview you.
Yeah.
It was wonderful to get to know you.
It was great talking to you.
Thanks. Okay.